Hi, ArcfieldWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Tuesday morning, July the 18th. An active weather pattern continues across much of the eastern half of the nation. It looks like there'll be scattered afternoon and evening showers and thunderstorms later today in the mid-Atlantic region, the northeast U.S., all associated with a weak frontal system. That front tends to hang around during the day on Wednesday, so a repeat performance of scattered afternoon and evening showers and thunderstorms, probably more numerous showers and storms later Thursday into Thursday night as a stronger system heads this way from the Great Lakes into the northeastern part of the nation. It's possible that late week system will clear the coastline by the end of the week, perhaps paving the way for back-to-back days, Saturday and Sunday, of rain-free conditions and comfortably warm weather on Saturday and Sunday in the Mid-Atlantic Northeast U.S. We'll see if that actually pans out. Now, yesterday I posted something at the ArcfieldWeather.com website, and it's sitting right there right now on the homepage, about the vulnerability we have in the eastern U.S. for some serious flooding issues if, in fact, we get hit by a tropical storm, let's say, in the month of August going into September, largely because of the fact that we've had such wet conditions over the past 30 days. This is the total precipitation amounts over the last 30 days, ending on July 17th, and throughout the eastern U.S., this brighter shade of purple here represents 10 inches or more. Right here, here's the purple representing 10 inches or more of rain, virtually from Florida to Maine during the past 30 days. And really the impressive thing to me, and also the concerning thing to me about this, is that this rainfall, excessive rainfall, is largely without the aid of some tropical moisture. We haven't had a tropical system impact much of the eastern U.S. Maybe our earlier system impacted Florida, but for the most part, this 10 plus inches of rain from Florida to Maine over the past 30 days was largely done without the help of some tropical moisture. If in fact we get a tropical system, let's say late July or in August, we'll have to worry about the potential for the increased potential for some flooding because of these very saturated grounds throughout the eastern states. And it's not going to dry up anytime this week. We certainly have multiple chances for additional rainfall over the next few days. Again, scattered variety, most likely later today, tonight, and Wednesday. Probably more numerous showers and thunderstorms in at least the mid-Atlantic Northeast U.S. Later Thursday into Thursday night. So a concern, well, we are now just headed into the heart of the tropical season. The tropical season really starts to ramp up in the Atlantic Basin during the month of August. It peaks, climatologically speaking, in the middle of September, pretty much when the oceans are at their warmest in the tropical Atlantic. And then it starts to ramp down during the month of October. So we're just now getting into that August, September, October time period, the heart of the hurricane season. And we have saturated grounds all the way from the southeastern U.S. to New England. That is certainly a concern and something we'll factor in over the next several weeks. Well, let's use the 0Z run of the Canadian model from last night, and we're starting off here with actual 500 millibar height anomalies, actual 500 millibar heights, not the anomalies. And what we have in place is very, very strong upper level ridge. This is at the 500 millibar level, situated over the southwestern states, and that has promoted a very intense heat wave, really from Texas all the way to California. Some of you may have heard Death Valley in Southern California peaked at about 128 degrees on Sunday afternoon, not quite at the record, which was set more than 100 years ago in 1913 at 134 degrees. This, by the way, is a time of the year where you have the possibility of reaching all-time temperature records. Climatologically speaking, the peak of the summer season with respect to temperatures comes maybe the second week of July, the third week of July. That all-time record of Death Valley of 134 degrees in 1913 was set on July 10th. So if it's not done over the next few days, next week or so, it's more and more unlikely to be accomplished. For example, as we go into the month of August, you're getting past that climatological peak. But nonetheless, very hot weather continues here over the southwestern states over the next few days. But notice we still have this upper level low now over Hudson Bay in Canada. This has been kind of a stubborn system. It has helped to keep the Great Lakes, the Mid-Atlantic, the Northeast U.S. very active as multiple waves of energy have kind of rotated around the base of that upper level trough, and that will continue over the next few days. Again, I mentioned at the top of the video here, we have one wave that could produce some scattered showers and storms later today and tonight, a second wave on Wednesday, and then a stronger wave, perhaps the strongest this week, will come late Thursday night, and that could produce some more widespread, more numerous showers and thunderstorms in the northeastern quadrant of the nation later Thursday into Thursday night. So these are the big players. Very intense upper level ridge over the southwestern U.S. and still an upper level low over the Hudson Bay region of Canada. And this will move off, but here we have something kind of following on its heels, moving in this fashion, so that will probably reinvigorate the unsettled weather pattern early next week, and that is hoping that we have a calm weekend in the mid-Atlantic Northeast U.S., maybe even back-to-back days without rain on Saturday and Sunday. Well, let's now move forward here. Again, this is as we begin the day here, the actual 500 millibar height pattern here Tuesday morning. Now let's move forward and just watch as that Hudson Bay upper level low tends to finally pull out, but a secondary system pushes into south central Canada. At the same time, here we are on Wednesday morning, we have a tremendous ridge sitting over the southern U.S. And again, that is where the hottest weather will be over the next few days, and actual nice weather over the northern plains, the upper part of the Midwest, with that upper level low nearby. Here we go into the day on Thursday, and here's that system that comes all the way across the Great Lakes by the time we get in the latter part of the day on Thursday. And again, I think this is a potent system, perhaps the most potent of the week, that will impact the Mid-Atlantic Northeast U.S. Probably numerous showers and thunderstorms later Thursday into Thursday night. Then we'll move ahead into Friday, and here's that upper level low by the time we get to Friday morning. And still very, very hot conditions over, let's say, Southern California, Arizona, New Mexico, with that upper level ridge sitting right on top. And then we get into the upcoming weekend, and hopefully this system scoots out enough to allow for decent weather for most of the weekend in the Mid-Atlantic region, Northeast U.S., maybe comfortably warm conditions, and possibly not set in stone, back-to-back rain-free days on Saturday and Sunday, but still hot weather will continue right into the weekend over the southwestern states. Well, now let's take a look at the 500 millibar vorticity pattern. Now, vorticity areas in the atmosphere are areas that have kind of a spin, kind of a rotation in the upper part of the atmosphere, and that tends to lead to upward motion down at the surface level. So weather forecasters look at these vorticity maxima as areas that could produce some clouds and eventually some showers and thunderstorms. Here's a kind of a broad area associated with that Hudson Bay upper level low, broad area of vorticity over the Great Lakes as we begin the day here on Tuesday. And this system right here will definitely produce some scattered afternoon and evening showers and thunderstorms in the northeastern states. Upstream, here's that more potent system that to me looks like perhaps the strongest system to monitor over the next few days. That arrives in the northeast later in the day and Thursday into Thursday night. In fact, let's now move forward with this vorticity forecast map. By the way, here's that upper level ridge sitting over the basically the Four Corners region as we begin the day here on Tuesday. Let's move forward. Here's that first wave. Again, all rotating around that large-scale trough sitting over the Hudson Bay region of Canada. Then we get into the midweek, and here we have that next system here, right here, by the time we get to Thursday morning into Thursday evening. And again, I think this is a rather potent system. Watch out for the possibility of some downpours later Thursday into Thursday night, maybe even the chance for strong to severe thunderstorms associated with that wave. Still have the dominating high pressure ridge over the southwestern states at this particular time. Let's move out a little bit farther in time. Here we go into the end of the work week, Friday, and here's that wave. And again, hopefully, it can scoot off the East Coast enough to allow for a decent weekend in the Mid-Atlantic Northeast U.S., something we haven't had in quite a while. It's not set in stone, though. Whenever you have an active weather pattern like this, nothing is set in stone 3, 4, 5 days in advance. You do have this continuation of that upper level ridge dominating the scene over the southwestern states as we head into the upcoming weekend. That certainly will keep it very hot from Texas to California. Well, now let's wrap up with the surface forecast map with those radar reflectivities from the Canadian model run at 0Z. Starting off today, basically mostly sunny skies this morning in the Mid-Atlantic region. There still certainly is some haze, smoke from those wildfires up in Canada, so it'll be kind of filtered sunshine over the next several hours. And we move forward, and we'll likely have some scattered afternoon and evening showers and thunderstorms right here throughout the Ohio Valley, Mid-Atlantic region, Northeast U.S., again associated with that weak frontal system and that area of vorticity rotating around the base of the upper level large-scale trough. Then we move forward into the day on Wednesday. Still somewhat unsettled, and still can be some scattered afternoon and evening showers and thunderstorms on Wednesday. The Canadian model is not really showing that, but I think you certainly cannot rule that out throughout the Mid-Atlantic region, Northeast U.S. later tomorrow into tomorrow night. Upstream, this is a system to watch here, and it'll go into the day on Thursday. There'll be surface low associated with that system over the Great Lakes. And again, I think this could bring some more numerous showers and thunderstorms in the Mid-Atlantic region, Northeast U.S. late Thursday into Thursday night. Then we go into the day on Friday, and still some hanging around effect of that system here on Friday. Maybe some lingering showers and storms into the day on Friday along the eastern seaboard. And again, there is some hope that this frontal system clears the coast, and that front at this particular time will be right about in this region here, and if it could clear the coast enough, could actually pave the way for a decent weekend in the Mid-Atlantic region, Northeast U.S. Not a guarantee yet. May linger in the day on Saturday, but there is a possibility of some decent weather this weekend. Here we go into the day on Saturday, and it does hang around up across New England, but the Mid-Atlantic region has that chance for back-to-back days, Saturday and Sunday, for some nice weather for a change. We'll see, but an active weather pattern continues through the next few days with scattered afternoon and evening showers and thunderstorms today and tomorrow in the northeastern quadrant of the nation, and probably more numerous showers and thunderstorms later Thursday and Thursday night. Meanwhile, the southwestern states, from Texas certainly to California, very hot over the next several days with that high pressure ridge, intense high pressure ridge aloft, hanging around for the next several days. That's it for now. For ArcfieldWeather.com, this has been meteorologist Paul Dorian.